Paper trading is a waste of your time. Yeah, I said it. And before you blow up the comments, hear me out. If paper trading really worked the way everyone says, why are more than 90% of traders still losing money? If all it took to become profitable was a few months of clicking fake buy and sell buttons, every beginner would be printing by now, but they're not, and I'm going to tell you exactly why. Stick around because I'm not saying paper trading has no value, I'm saying it tricks you into thinking you're learning skills that don't actually carry over when the money is real. And once you see why, you'll understand why I ditched it early on and how you can still practice safely without blowing up your bank account. Trading isn't just charts and numbers, it's emotions, fear, greed, hesitation, overconfidence. Those are the real bosses you have to beat. When you paper trade, you can make $10,000 in profit and your heart rate doesn't move. But when you trade real money, you feel every tick. I still remember one of my first real trades. I had $20 on the line, just 20 bucks, and my palms were sweaty like I had my life savings at risk. Watching that position go red by just a few dollars felt like I was sinking. That's the difference. Paper trading never gives you that gut check. And here's the kicker. You cannot skip this emotional phase. You will face it at some point, and the longer you hide from it, the longer it will take to get through it. And honestly, that's just the first problem. The second one is sneakier because it kills your motivation before you even get started. Be honest, when there's nothing at stake, are you really going to follow your rules? Or are you going to take random trades just to see what happens? Maybe not all the time, but sometimes. When your brain knows there's no risk, it also knows there's no consequence. You let losers run because it's not real. You chase bad setups because why not? It doesn't matter. That's how bad habits are born. I knew a guy who bragged all about tripling his paper trading account in a month. He went live, threw half of his actual savings on the same setups, and lost it all in a matter of a week. Why? Because in his mind, he'd been practicing, but in reality, he'd been reinforcing sloppy, undisciplined trading. And this is where most new traders get stuck, because the advice to paper trade is everywhere. But here's the question no one asks. If almost everyone is losing money, why are you following the exact same playbook? Paper trading is one of the most common pieces of advice you'll hear in trading communities. But if 90+% of traders are losing and they're all told to do it, maybe it's not the magic bullet people think it is. Don't get me wrong, it can be useful in the very beginning. Learn the platform, figure out how to place an order without accidentally shorting Tesla when you meant to buy Apple. But if your end game is to trade real money, the sooner you start to incorporate real money, even tiny amounts, the faster you'll develop the skills that actually matter. When I started, I couldn't sit there and paper trade for months. I knew I wasn't actually making progress if I made money because I couldn't use it. So my solution? Trade with such a small amount of money that losing it wouldn't stop me from paying the bills. But it's still real money. I did this for 2.5 years. It was slow. There were green months I made less than the cost of a night out. But that period was where I built my foundation. By the time I started to scale up, I could handle the bigger swings without falling apart emotionally because I'd already trained for it. And if you're serious about starting small but doing it the right way, that's where having the right broker makes all the difference, which is why Ironbeam is the sponsor of today's video.
Welcome to Ironbeam, the future of futures trading. With our cutting-edge chart trading feature and 300+ indicators, you can now trade directly off the chart anytime, anywhere. Delivering seamless trading across all platforms, the Ironbeam journey is supported by 24-hour trader support, low day trade margins, and no account minimums. Ironbeam brings the future into the present. Join now and augment your trading experience.
Here's what I tell new traders now. Trade live, but start tiny. If your normal risk would be $100 a trade, make it 10 or 25. Still enough for you to feel the win or the loss, but small enough that you can survive mistakes. One trader I used to message back in the day would risk $3 per trade. He felt ridiculous at first, like why even bother? But 6 months later, when he took his first $250 loss after starting to size up, he told me if I hadn't gone through those $3 losses, I would have quit right here. That's the point. Emotional training wheels. I'm not saying you should delete your sim account forever. Paper trading is still useful if you're testing new platforms so you don't fat finger an order, if you're experimenting with the new strategies mechanics before risking real money, or if you want to drill in on one specific setup without the distraction of a real P&L. But it's like training wheels. They're there to get you moving, not to ride with forever. So here's the truth. Paper trading can help you understand the buttons, but it won't teach you how to be a trader. The sooner you face the emotions of live trading, the sooner you'll stop making rookie mistakes. Start small, respect your rules, and treat every trade like it matters, because it actually does. Hit the subscribe button and check out the video up on the screen right now that breaks down exactly how much money you need to start trading. Spoiler, it's a lot less than you think.